Hello students, be ready for science class. I am Jayesh Patel. Hope you all are well and doing your study properly. Today we are going to continue part 3 from 3-part series on body movement. In this part we are going to cover gait of animals. So let's start. Standard 6 Subject Science Chapter 8 Body Movement Part 3 Gait of Animals स्टूडेंट्स गेट ऑफ एनिमल्स का मतलब होता है જાનવરો की ચાલ ગુજરાતીમાં જનાવર એટલે પશુઓની ચાલવાની રીત Earthworm Activity 5th Observe an earthworm moving on soil in a garden. Gently lift it and place it on a piece of blotting or a filter paper. Observe its movement, figure 8.18. Then place it on a smooth glass plate or any slippery surface. Observe its movement now. It is different from that on paper. In which of the above two surfaces do you find that the earthworm is able to move easily? स्टूडेंट्स अर्थवर्म को हिंदी में केंचुआ कहा जाता है और गुजराती में अड़सियू उसको एक पेपर पे रखना है और नाउ यू हैव टू ऑब्जर्व इट्स मूवमेंट हाउ इट इज मूव आफ्टर दैट लिफ्ट इट एंड प्लेस इट ऑन अ स्लीपरी सरफेस एंड नाउ प्लीज ऑब्जर्व इट्स मूवमेंट ओके इन विच टू सरफेस डू यू फाइंड द अर्थवर्म इज एबल टू मूव इजीली ऑफ कोर्स इट इज अ पीस ऑफ पेपर Earthworm cannot move on a smooth glass plate or any slippery surface. The body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. An earthworm does not have bones. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. During movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear portion fixed to the ground. Student, please see the given figure, figure 8.18, movement of earthworm. Then it fixed the front end and release the rear end. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. Student, in this way, earthworm can move. This makes it move forward by a small distance. Repeating such muscles expansion and contraction, the earthworm can move through soil. Its body secretes a slimy substance to help the movement. Student, earthworm can move by repeating expansions and contraction of muscles. और अर्थवर्म की बॉडी पे से एक चिपचिपा तरल पदार्थ निकलता है जो अर्थवर्म को मूवमेंट में हेल्प करता है हाउ डज इट फिक्स पार्ट्स ऑफ इट्स बॉडी टू द ग्राउंड अंडर इट्स बॉडी it has a large number of tiny bristles, that is, hair like structures, projecting out. The bristles are connected with muscles. The bristles help to get a good grip on the ground. The earthworm actually eats its way through the soil. Its body then throws away the undigested part of the material that it eats. This activity of an earthworm makes the soil more useful for plants. Snail. Student, snail को हिंदी में घोंघा बोलते हैं. Activity 6. Observe a snail in your garden or in a field. Have you seen the rounded structure it carries on its back? Students, कभी आपने स्नेल देखी है? उसके ऊपर एक राउंड स्ट्रक्चर जैसा रहता है वो तो सबसे पहले दिख जाता है द राउंड स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉल्ड द शेल एंड इट इज द आउटर स्केलेटन ऑफ द स्नेल बट इज नॉट मेड अप ऑफ बोन्स द शेल इज अ सिंगल यूनिट एंड डज नॉट हेल्प इन मूविंग फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस इट हैज़ टू बी ड्रैग्ड अलोंग प्लेस द स्नेल ऑन अ ग्लास प्लेट एंड वॉच इट When it starts moving, carefully Lift the glass plate along with the snail over your head. Observe its movement from beneath. स्टूडेंट, आपको एक स्नेल को ट्रांसपेरेंट ग्लास प्लेट पे रखना है और जब भी वो चलना चालू करे तभी ग्लास प्लेट के साथ में स्नेल को उठाना है और उसको नीचे से देखना है, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि स्नेल एक्चुअली किस तरह से चलती है. अ थिक स्ट्रक्चर एंड द हेड ऑफ द स्नेल may come out of an opening in the shell. The thick structure is its foot, made of strong muscles. Now, carefully tilt the glass plate. The wavy motion of the foot can be seen. Is the movement of a snail slow or fast as compared to the earthworm? Student, please try to find out the answer of this question by yourself. That is, who is faster, snail or a earthworm? नेक्स्ट इज कॉकरोच. कॉकरोच को हिंदी में तिलचट्टा और गुजराती में वंदो કહેવાય છે. Observe cockroach in figure 8.20. Cockroaches walk and climb as well as fly in the air. Yes or no, student? It can fly in the air. They have 3 pairs of legs. This help in walking. The body is covered with a hard outer skeleton. This outer skeleton is made up of a number of plates joined together and that permits movement. There are 2 pairs of wings attached to the body behind the head. The cockroaches have distinct muscles. Those near the legs move the legs for walking. The body muscles move the wings when cockroaches flies. Next is birds. Birds fly in the air and walk on the ground. Some birds like ducks and swans also swim in water. The birds can fly because their bodies are well suited for flying. Their bones are hollow and light. स्टूडेंट्स, बर्ड्स के जो बोन्स होते हैं वो कोल्ड ड्रिंक पीने की जो स्ट्रॉ होती है ना, उसी तरह से होते हैं. वो अंदर से होलो होते हैं, इसके लिए उसका वो लाइट वेट होता है और बर्ड्स इजीली फ्लाई कर सकता है. द बोन्स ऑफ द हिंड लिम्स आर टिपिकल फॉर वॉकिंग एंड पर्चिंग. द बोनी पार्ट्स ऑफ द फोर लिम्स आर मॉडिफाइड एज विंग्स. The shoulder bones are strong. The breast bones are modified to hold muscles of flight, which are used to move the wings up and down. Next is fish. Activity 8. Make a paper boat, put it in water and push it with one narrow end pointing forwards as figure 8.22a. Did it go into the water easily? Now, hold the boat sideways and push it into the water from the broad side as shown in figure 8.22b. Are you able to make the boat move in water when you push it from this side? Yes, student. When we push boat from the back side as shown in figure A, it go easily forward in a water. But when we put it from the side way, the boat doesn't go properly in the water. Have you noticed that the shape of a boat is somewhat like a fish? Figure 8.23. The head and tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. The body tapers at both ends. This body shape is called streamlined. The shape is such that water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail parts swings towards the opposite side. The fish form a curve as shown in figure 8.24. Then quickly the body and tail curve to the other side. This makes a jerk and pushes the body forward. A series of such jerks make the fish swim ahead. This is helped by the fins of the tail. Fish also have other fins on their body which mainly help to keep the balance of the body and to keep direction while swimming. Did you ever notice that underwater divers wear fin like flippers on their feet to help them move easily in water? Yes, student. Did you see it? आपने देखा है जब ये डाइवर्स पानी के अंदर जाते हैं तो पैर में एक अलग प्रकार के स्लीपर जैसा उन्होंने पहना रहता है जिसे फ्लिपर्स कहते हैं जिसकी वजह से वो इजीली पानी के अंदर स्विम कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज हाउ डू स्नैक्स मूव. हैव यू सीन अ स्नैक स्लीदर. डज इट मूव स्ट्रेट. सी द फिगर 8.25. Snake have a long backbone. They have many thin muscles. They are connected to each other even though they are far from one another. Muscles also interconnect the backbone, ribs, and skin. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives it this push, the snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. Student, please remember, snake never move in a straight line but it slither. We have learned about the use of bones and muscles for the movements of different animals. Paheli and Bujo have many questions in their sacks about the different movements in animals. So, must you be having many unanswered questions buzzing in your minds. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book Gate of Animals, asked himself these questions. Why do different animals have the body parts that they do have, and how do these body parts help animals to move the way they do? What are the similarities and differences in these body parts between different animals? How many body parts are needed by different animals for moving from place to place? Why two legs for humans and four for cows and buffaloes? Many animals seem to be having an even number of legs. Why? Why is the bending of our legs different from that of our arms? So many questions, and perhaps we have looked for some answers through our activities in this chapter, and we need to look for many more answers. Students, complete all the activities given here to get the answer to your questions. Yoga. For better health, yoga is an invaluable gift of the ancient Indian tradition. The United Nations declared 21st June as International Day of Yoga. Yoga keeps a person healthy. It helps in keeping the backbone erect, enabling you to sit straight and not slouch. Many postures in yoga require you to lift your own weight, which help in making the bones strong and help ward off osteoporosis. It also helps in relieving joint pain, which is mostly observed in elderly people. It tunes all muscles in the body and keeps them active. It keeps the heart healthy and makes it work more efficiently. Certain yoga postures should be performed under the supervision of a trained person. Students, osteoporosis is a kind of a bone disease.